TikTok is going to be banned 100%. Unless Trump does crazy shit with the government. But he won't with all of his new American friends. TikTok is 1,000,000,000,000% out of here. That's my feeling.
What do you feel about companies that are owned by, let's say, Chinese nationals, but they operate it out of like the British Virgin Islands?
That's the law. It makes it so that you can't be a foreign adversary national as well.
So that would affect Telegram then.
I don't know if Telegram is a...
Well, it's owned by 2 Russian nationals, but it's not based in Russia anymore.
Yeah, but I don't know if Telegram is a social media platform. Hold on. It has to permit a user to create an account or profile to generate, share, and view text, images, videos, real-time communications, or similar content. Has more than 1 million monthly active users with respect to at least 2 of the 3 months preceding the date to which a relevant determination. Does Telegram have over 1 million active users?
Hey.
Monthly active users, it should. Enables 1 or more users to generate or distribute content that can be viewed by other users of the website, desktop application, mobile application, or augmented or immersive technology application. You can make Telegram groups, right?
Yep.
And it enables
I think that's
1
the
or
main
more...
way that like America First does.
What is who owns Telegram?
Well, it's just 2 Russian dudes, but I think they hate Russia, but they're still Russian national
citizens. Oh, then this would probably impact them as well.
Another one is like VK.com, which is like a pretty. I mean, I don't know if that's like really used that big, but Yandex is another huge ass one. I know that they have some APIs that like American developers use that would definitely fall under it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, assuming these are all owned by people that are part of those foreign adversaries, then possibly, yeah.
So what does it take to get put on this foreign adversary list?
I don't know. I don't know how they passed the law for that.
I assume it's something that Trump can't just be like, you know what, South Korea, foreign adversary.
I think it has to be by congressional statute because I saw it written in the U.S. code. So I think it has to be like Congress has to pass a law, I think.
It doesn't really make sense because there's only 6 things in here. Like Yemen's not in here. Like Somalia's not in here. Like I imagine these are also
enemy of the United States, U.S. adversary.
I would think so. Yeah, you don't think so? Aren't they like hijacking our ships
that much?
Don't they literally hijack American ships? I think they're not. Well, they're not our ally.
There's a difference between Somalian nationals, or citizens of Somalia hijacking our ships versus like it being done by the government, right? So I think that non-state actors or like terrorists are going to be treated a lot differently than.
Okay, well, like Syria is not on the list. Who are some other places that probably do not love us that much? Belarus is not on the list. What do you think? Are we do we have good relationships with the
I don't know if having good or bad
relationships
is the same as it being an adversary, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't even know what I have no idea. I don't know any of these are going to determine. I have no idea.
How do you feel about this TikTok ban? I think it's bad just because it seems stupid. Like, I don't know if this is going to stop China from doing anything that it was going to do already. Like, I understand. The main reason, I don't even think it's the manipulation. I think it's, unironically, the blackmail stuff is like the most dangerous part of it. Like the idea in like 10 years, they could go and be like, hey, remember when you searched for this? Yeah, we remember. You're spying for us now.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that.
What do you think is the biggest issue the U.S. has with it?
Like, I mean, probably that's the one that the Solicitor General outlined is the idea of blackmailing citizens for stuff like that. Yeah. But I mean, as a matter of law, I think it's probably a fair ban. I think that there's a lot of issues with domestic companies being able to do this too, though, right?
Yeah, you know the other thing that I did not buy for a second, uh, this whole thing, like our algorithm is so complex and our tech stack is so, it would take years to move it. Like what are you talking about, bro? It's like they're creating nuclear fission over there when they decide which cat video to serve to me next. Get the out of here. That's a bunch of. Guarantee you
It's
they could spin that
probably,
shit
I
off.
would argue, it's probably much more difficult than nuclear fusion or fission or whatever the fuck. Fusion bombs have been around for 80 years.
You
There
and
were a
I was
lot.
making. Yes, I understand.
No, no,
I'm
I'm just saying
saying
that like that algorithm and the sophistication of TikTok was probably they TikTok came in when short form content was like considered not viable, right? Vine had just died, like nobody else was really making headway here, and now like every company tried to jump into the race after TikTok like trailblazed that path. No,
And do you think that the algorithm that they have is the reason that they had success there?
yeah, of course, that's literally what the whole business model is built on, right?
No, I think it's no, um, it's based on getting views for your shit, right? So for content creators, making money, pushing
Well,
out shit, people go wherever there's money,
getting
wherever
views
there's
for your
users.
how do you get views? How do you serve videos to each person, right? It has to do with how it's algorithmically determined, right?
Yes, I understand this. I just don't buy into that. It would take multiple years to move this over from X to Y. It's stupid.
What do you mean to move what to move
They
it over?
said it would take years to spin out this company to be its own thing from China's ByteDance or whatever they have
Well, no, I'm
in.
sure they could spin it out immediately. Well, not
Yeah,
immediately.
they
Sorry, it would
could.
take time. But I mean, like, there's no guarantee that I don't know what the structure of the company is, but there's no guarantee that ByteDance would allow them to keep the same algorithm and everything, right?
Um, I mean that's fine. Like if they want to bitch, like, oh well, we don't want to spin it out because it's too cool. We want to make it like okay, that's fine.
Well, I'm saying that if they had to go and restart the company without whatever stuff ByteDance owned, like if TikTok closed and reopened, then I don't think they
Well, no,
would.
I don't buy into that anyway either. So you're saying that it would be very difficult for them to release it with um, with a as is because they're like, oh, we can't. The algorithm's too good. We'd have to do something else. Fine, do a algorithm and have someone pay less for it. That's all, right?
Yeah,
Like,
sure, but then TikTok would probably collapse and it would just be completely eaten by
well, then
Instagram
then
and
sounds like you should include a slightly better algorithm than that.
well, yeah, but they did, but now ByteDance is going to shut it down, right?
Um, I mean, I guess we'll see. They're going to have to decide what the value is, like because I imagine they might just go to Microsoft, say, you want to buy this without the algorithm, and then Microsoft be like, yeah, that's fine, and we do it. And I don't understand why they wouldn't do that at that
I'm going to
point.
be honest. I think this is my ultra scorching hot take, is I think TikTok is just going to shut down and be gone completely. No rebranding or anything.
No, I don't think so. I think that they'll probably make it. I mean, I would imagine they'll make a deal to sell it and then just be like, make your own algorithm. If
Why though?
you're
Let's say
saying
that
that they
you're,
value that algorithm that much, first off, I don't believe they do.
well, if you're
I don't.
China, why the would you want the US to benefit from that? Why would you want to give that to a US company?
Because it's natural that just something else will take over. Like, I mean,
Yeah, but
again,
why do you want to, why would you want to help them? Why wouldn't you just say
well, you're
shut them
getting
down?
paid versus losing money.
Do you
Money
think
is still
China needs
important.
the money of a sale of TikTok?
No, you don't need it, but it's still money's money, you know?
Yeah, but why is somebody buying it? They're buying it because it's worth it to them. If you were China, why would you ever do something to prop up a new massive US company?
I feel like it's going to come naturally. Like essentially, if TikTok leaves, that probably means was it YouTube Shorts or Snapchat is
Mm-hmm.
most beneficial in that spot.
Yeah,
We'll
they'll
just
take over.
pick it up, right?
Yeah.
So I think that happens naturally as a result of um, yeah, that happens naturally as a result of just like not selling it anyways. At least this way they're getting paid. The other way, I do
You
not
keep
see
saying
the
getting
value.
paid, and if the ultimate owner is China, why would China care to get paid?
You don't. Well, what do you mean? I don't understand. You think countries don't like money? They like money.
Not,
Everyone.
I don't think this is any money for China. This is like a rounding error for them. No.
Um,
What is TikTok worth?
it's a good question. We know Twitter was worth how much did Elon pay? 40 billion.
Does ByteDance own anything besides TikTok.
Bro, I need my fucking mod back. I can't. These guys are so. These fucking degenerate that are jerking off into their mom's panties in their fucking basement can't tell me about a fucking tech company. All right? Tell you what, when you can fucking code hello world, then you can fucking come to me. Okay? Look up my LinkedIn and then look at yourself, the fucking failure that lost fucking high school diploma and now you're got fired from McDonald's. End yourself. No, not projection much. You're projecting much. Okay? You are the projector. Okay? You're projecting. I am the non-projector. I am the mirror showing you how you are. Just shut the fuck up and learn.
Jesus.
A Jewish person is speaking. Anyways, well, what else do they have besides TikTok? Have we
Apparently a
figured
bunch
that
of
out?
I just, but it's companies and shit not recognized. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be gone.
You really think they won't sell it? That's crazy. I mean, I listen. I would say I would take a bet with you if this ban goes through that they will sell it, probably with no algorithm. If I had to guess, if you think it's that important, then they'll just like, you want all the users in the domain and all this other shit. Here you go. But we're taking this version. Then, like, that would be my assumption. I don't believe it at all that the quote unquote algorithm is that crazy. I'm not saying it's not good. I just don't think it's like, yeah, this is the $1 billion algorithm we've decided. You know, it's like
You're saying you make it seem like it's so trivial when TikTok isn't TikTok the single largest social media app in the world? Like this might be an industry that does more revenue than like the U.S. Department of Defense or something. Like
I'm not
this is
saying
like
so
you're acting
trivial,
like, oh, like it's just like an algorithm, LOL.
No,
but like
no,
it is
it
it
is
is probably
just
one
like
of the
an
most
algorithm.
expensive, like highest revenue generating, attention generating things potentially in the history of the planet. Like
I understand the algorithm is important, but I do not think it's everything in all-encompassing.
I think it
There's
literally is
marketing,
everything.
there's existing established user bases.
Yeah, that all's nice
there's an
too, but that was all
influx of
built.
new content. There's maintaining partner structure. Like
All of
any
this
of these
is,
things could have the company
and
fail.
anybody
right?
can do every single one of those things that you mentioned. Everybody can do any of those things, but the algorithm is the thing that sets TikTok apart from everything else.
I don't believe that if you're using YouTube Shorts, that if you had a blind experience and you browse both things, I don't think that the experience would be that much different for you. I think it'd be just as good. I think that the value of TikTok comes primarily from the fact that it is a standalone social network, much in the same reason that Instagram has remained as a standalone social network and has not been merged into anything else. It's because people want to have that be its own existing silo, and not be part of something else. It's the reason why every single Google social network has failed. It's because people do not view Google as a place where you do social media. That's like, you don't where you work. And literally Google for a lot of people is like where they work. It's where their email is. It's where their search is. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to use this as a utility. And as a result of that, you're going to always fail as a thing. Like that's the reason that Instagram
I think the issue
to this
is,
day is not Facebook
I'm going to give a hot
photos.
take. I think it's just because I just don't think people use like social media anymore. We just don't exist in your and my definition of social media. Like social media in our mind used to be you go to a place and you write down your thoughts and feelings and you post things and stuff about yourself and all. It's like a blog basically. That was like social media is like a blog. I think that social media is redefined now as basically media. So pictures and videos and stuff. And I think this is what drives social media these days. So when Google's social media stuff failed, it's because they were trying to recreate blogs and stuff. But what people just want is they want to be able to post like a picture with a caption. I think that's why like things like Instagram are so popular. And so they want media and they want to be able to chat with people. I think that's the only two things people want from a social media platform. We don't need like walls anymore or blogs or anything like that.
Yeah, like consumption based. Yeah. But like, for instance, even looking at something like Reddit, which I think it's still mostly open source at this point, right? Like, I don't think that Reddit does a bad job at being Reddit. I think when you go on there, you can browse for a while and spend a lot of time. I think I probably spend more time on Reddit than I do um, any other social network. And I just YouTube Shorts exist. I'm on YouTube. I do not find myself falling down the YouTube Shorts pipeline.
Isn't that evidence that YouTube Shorts is kind of not that great then?
Well, I'm not falling down the TikTok pipeline either.
How often do you browse TikTok?
Rarely, never.
But then how could you ever fall down that pipeline?
Because I have, and I just don't find it compelling enough to be on there.
Okay. You're obviously a unique case though, right?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
well,
think
you're literally, what do you mean you don't think so? And TikTok is the largest social media app in the world.
I think that it's network effects of the people that I know never talk about TikTok. You are not on TikTok, like talking about it, right? You're banned. People I know aren't on
I'm
it.
not
So
banned,
there's no.
number one. Stephen Bonell second is there. But number two, TikTok is not like a social media app that you like hang out on, like you chatting with people as much. I think it's like consuming video content, right?
And creating video content and following people that you do and interacting with other people on there, like it's basically the same thing as YouTube, and for a lot of cases, like people have TikTok profiles on the web. Even you don't need to use the mobile app. You can still do that. Like
I would be surprised if like more than 2% of TikTok's like data consumption or whatever was on a desktop.
no, I'm not. I'm just saying that you're asking me why it's not successful on me, and it's because everyone that I know, for the most part, that chooses not to interact with it in a meaningful way.
Sure.
So I would say that the value of TikTok is not just the algorithm. It doesn't matter how well it serves me if my particular social group isn't represented well on the platform, right? They haven't reached out and pushed to get my creators that I care about exclusively releasing content on that. So I don't go there.
But yeah, but then
Doesn't
you're going to be like in a niche like category, right?
I mean, the same category you are. You're not using it either.
I'm also probably pretty niche though, right?
I guess.
I don't think I'm representative of an average consumer much at all. But I don't consume hardly any content other than my House clips.
Sure. House Clips is a great example. Like, I like House. I watched that shit. It's fantastic.
I don't know why we're so focused on China controlling the narrative compared to the surveillance capabilities. It's what's in the background of the videos that matters. They likely track and monitor license plate locations, etc. Thank you, Alexander Silva.
I don't even know if that's true. Like that. There's so much that we give up willingly that you can just get without going through all that bull. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I need to do a bunch of shit because I fly out tomorrow night, so I'm trying to stream tomorrow. Any other final thoughts for us?
I appreciate that, Destiny.
All right. Bye. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.